Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? As you can see, finally got something in this new office. It's happening slowly but surely. I'm standing now. I feel like I'm a very animated person, and sitting AJ down is like equivalent to putting chaining me to a wall, and I can only like move so much. So I need to be standing, and I think I'm kind of a way too animated of a person to sit down for a show. So we're standing now. Here we are. It's good to see everybody. There's already about 40 people in the house. Thanks for being here. We got Brian Bootyhead, S Dog, JC, my best friend in the whole wide world, Chauncey Peppertooth. There he is, right there in the chat. My best friend. We have Karen Harris, Kimi Mookie, Kenan Hinson, Eddie C. What's up, everybody? So glad. Chris Davis. Good to see you all this morning. Thanks for being here. 50 people in the house. What a weekend I had, and by weekend I didn't take a single day off. I was here at the office both days. Setting things up. I'm using Ben's old desk with the little people that are glued to the desk, so I can only move my laptop so far back. But I ordered a new desk. It's coming. I ordered chairs and curtains, and we're building 3 sets in this room. There's going to be one over there. That's like the conversational set. And then this set is going to be kind of the same, except eventually it's not going to be on my laptop. And it's going to be on a camera a little further back. And there's going to be like 2 shelves like here and here. And then, you'll see. Let me cook. You'll see. Let me cook. Okay, it's coming. But, I got a lot done this weekend. Got a couple videos coming your way today, putting out the NRG interview with the founder. Tomorrow, you're either getting a TA video or the Ethereum price prediction. The next day might be the VeChain interview or the Ethereum price prediction, and then the next day is one or the other. So I do have 4 videos, basically locked and loaded, coming your way. I also am going to start doing probably like nightly chart videos, like nightly TA. Like you're probably like 7, 8, maybe 6-minute videos of just the charts I'm looking at every night. I want to put out more content every day. And I feel like, you guys seeing what charts I'm doing, looking at, I have been on a roll here with, calling a lot of my calls on the Phemex group. The Phemex Alpha chat has been going very well. For anybody who's in that chat, what's been going on. Called a really solid AVAX long yesterday. Before that, I called Solana long. We were long in Solana around like 183. And then, we'll hit the 200s. And then we called BOME, BOME, not bad. That one went like 150. I called Big Red. That one was like 200%. In the meme coin world, also, called a couple of phantom plays, stuff like that. It's been, I've been pretty consistent with my calls lately. And I think it's just a testament of the market working with us, because, sometimes when the market is being difficult, you can see trading setups and like they might sort of bounce to where you want, and then they'll reverse and wiggle and eventually get there. But when trading is well and there's a lot of volume, the patterns you see, the volume, whatever it is that I'm looking at, tends to work out as planned, as designed, when there's fair trading conditions. So, with that said, I think that also has a lot to do with the calls being as good as they have been. I've been very consistent across the board with that. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but if you want to get into my free Phemex Alpha group, I've been putting trading setups in there every single day. Since it started, I think we got over 200 people in the Phemex group. That group is free. By the way, I recently, just over the weekend, started a paid Telegram Alpha group. The paid Telegram group is, it's a lot of calls. It's going to be a lot of education. The posts in the group start today, probably around 2:00. I have not posted in there yet, but obviously I've had a lot of people sign up. I've had a lot of interest. There's a lot of different packages. You can go 1 month, you can go 3 months, 6 months, a year bonus. There's a lot of stuff you can do. If you want to learn, about the Telegram Alpha group, it is starting today. They're down below in the description. There is an email, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. If you want any information on that, send me an email and we'll get you going. So basically, I'm very excited to get that going. I've had a lot of requests for some sort of Discord or Telegram since I've started. I mean, really, even since before I had my own channel, back when I was just writing for Ben and I was sometimes the face on the channel, I've had people asking me about a Discord, a Telegram, stuff like that. So I finally got one going. You know, we're going to start small, obviously, but obviously we're going to build up, and, you know, all there will still be a lot of good alpha in the free Phemex group. But if you want like the bee's knees, you want to know like what I'm doing every day, you want to, you know, follow a lot more trades, a lot more education, definitely head your way over to that Phemex group. It's going to be a banger. So just don't want to beat that up, but I did want to touch on that while we got the show going here. We got Jesse Thomas, $7 super chat. Thanks for the $7, bro. I really appreciate it. I would like to put 3K in something for my 2-year-old daughter. Not financial advice, of course not. But what would you say the safest place to
the graph? Good morning, everybody.
the glitter queen. We're back to the glitter queen in the house. She said the graph, I don't think that's a bad call, but honestly, Jesse, for, you know, $3,000 for your 2-year-old daughter, this is obviously, you know, a long-term play. I think this is probably a play. Unless, Jesse, I'm not sure if you're looking to maximize your play. Are you looking to sell at the top of the market and, you know, buy at the bottom of the bear? Or are you just going to buy something and wait a decade? You know, that matters on how you're going to play it. If you just want to buy and hold for a decade or more, or are you going to, you know, actively trade? If you're actively trading, you know, obviously that would change my answer. If you are just buying something to hold for a decade, I'd buy Ethereum. You know, I'd buy Cardano. You know, a solid top 10 pick is what I would go for. Maybe 1,500 Bitcoin, 1,500 Ethereum, or 1,500 Ethereum, 1,500 Cardano. Something down that street, because, you know, we know the blue chips in crypto, you know, definitely have the ecosystems to survive. It is hard to tell, you know, how many coins that are currently you know, alive and well in the top 100. It's hard to tell, you know, how many of them will be around in a decade. You know, it's hard to tell. You know, no one has a crystal ball, but I would say if I was, you know, buying something for my daughter at $3,000, and I wanted to just let it cook for 10 years, I'd buy Bitcoin or Ethereum or Cardano, something like that, something safe. Okay, so there you go, Jesse. I hope that answered your question. What would you like to say? You got something on your mind?
No, there's just some good questions in the chat that I wanted to make sure you didn't miss.
Okay. And also, everybody, I do want to say that there was some like kind of pushback from the audience, that some people complaining about the glitter queen. I am addressing this. I want to say that Jada knows a lot more about crypto than you might think she does. Step one. Step two, she is doing a private portfolio that she's put, I don't know, 14,000 in, and it's already a well above 30, 35. She's traded. She's doing very well. And she has, if I didn't think she would add value to the show sometimes, I would not bring her on my show. But she knows a lot about crypto. If you take the 100% of the population, you would say like people like me and Ben and, you know, Altcoin Daily, Wendy, we are in like the 1 percentile of people that really, really understand crypto. And then like there would probably be like a standard deviation. Think of like a standard bell curve. Okay. One standard deviation to the right of that, you would have, you know, people that have been around for years that might not know the game like I do, but know the game well enough to do it well. I would say Jada is in that standard deviation, and she brings a lot more to the table. So what I'm going to say is that I think the problem with Jada being on the show is that she would just stand with me right here the whole time. And I feel like people get distracted from that, and we're going to move away from that. But she is building her own set. One, she's going to do educational content for, you know, beginners, and that's cool. And secondly, when the set here gets built and she's on the show, she's going to play the role of the young Jamie on Joe Rogan. She's not going to be standing here with me. She will be in her corner, and if she has something to say, every now and then she'll press the button and there'll be another camera on her and she'll say what she has to say, and it'll come back to me. All right. And that won't even be every day. It'll be sometimes. So I do want to clear that up, that, you know, she brings a lot of effort. She puts a lot of effort in the crypto, and she's earned her spot on my show. And I did want to say that. She doesn't want the attention, and she's telling me to move on, and I'm going to. All right. So I am checking the chat. Wait, who? Leg bite? Where's he at? Under the super chat. Okay, if we go up a little bit. Oh, way up here. Leg bite. Hey, AJ Rides Crypto. Hey, leg bite. How you doing? Is the Cardano cup and handle invalidated now? Or when does a cup and handle pattern become invalidated? Currently losing on an ADA long, wondering how long I should hold for. Leg bite, I do want to know, are you trading? Is this a leverage trade? Excuse me. Leg bite, is this a leverage trade or is this a hold? I need to know that. 2, I will look at Cardano when we get to the TA segment of the show. I have a handful of charts I'd like to look at today. We are going to go well into the charts today. I asked, hey, leg bite, is this a leverage trade or a hold? He said yes. Good answer. All right. Tom O'Brien, $2 super chat. What are your thoughts on Cody, Zeta, and Prime? Zeta, man, I'm going to give her complete credit for this. The Duchess of DeFi, Cassie, told me about Zeta at $1.07, $1.07, $1.10. She told me Super Bowl Sunday. She told me all about Zeta. And I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. You know what I mean? But, I know everything and I didn't take her advice and I should have. And it fucking ripped. And I am still kicking myself in the butt today for not listening to her. She called that one. And I think, Zeta has a pretty badass ecosystem. I think the chart has stalled out a little bit, but I think there's probably a little bit more to the story. Cody, COTI, I think Cody is one of those coins that it will appear to be flatlined for a long time, and then it'll just rip. So, I mean, if you want to trade Cody, you're probably not going to be able to leverage trade it. There's probably not enough liquidity. Maybe if you could find one place where there is, but if you're just trying to hold Cody, certainly it would be one where I wouldn't have like a large bag of it and just wait. I would have the levels drawn out on the chart. So when that thing wakes up, you can catch it at a bottom early support resistance level, buy in off the alarm and enjoy the gains. That's how I would trade it. And Prime, that one I'm going to have to look into. Okay. All right. Leverage. All right. So leg bites Cardano was a 5x. So I will keep that in mind. All right. Noticed on that. Thoughts on algo still? I mean, bullish, bro. Bullish long term for sure. 100%. How could you not be bullish on Algorand? I mean, the Python. It's coming. I actually talked to Joanna from Algorand. When do we have that meeting? Thursday. I am going to Decipher in Barcelona. Jada and I are both going to Decipher in Barcelona. Very excited to, actually go out there and meet John Allen Woods and meet Stacy and Silvio and Joanna and everybody. I've been, I've been posting about Algorand for, well over a year and a half now at this point. Organically, I just took to Algorand right away. When I made my first portfolio update, the first time I was ever on camera at BitBoy Crypto, I did a portfolio update video, and I bought Ben had a $5,000 portfolio, and I bought $5,000 of Algorand to compete with his $5,000 portfolio, with my theory being my $5,000 of Algorand is going to outperform your $5,000 portfolio. And the price went from 30 cents to 43 cents in 5 days. And everyone was like, he's a genius. And that was literally the beginning of me being on camera at BitBoy Crypto. So, literally like my career in crypto influencing and doing this, what we're doing right here, started with me talking about Algorand. So, and I never forgot that. I never forgot the how welcoming the community was to me when I first made that video and stuff like that. And it has, developed into what it has now. So I'm very, very much looking forward to going to Decipher. When is Decipher Day? June? I know there's so many. I'm losing track. Yeah, I know I'm going to Decipher. We're going to Rare Evo in August in Vegas, and we're also going to UFC 300 with the VeChain fam in a couple weeks. All right. We have some super chats here. All right. Okay. JC says, I like Zeta, still building that position. I don't think that's a bad coin to be layering into for sure. If I was to buy Tristan Gage, if I was to buy the gold package for your Telegram, if there were still slots open for the platinum package, we'll be able to upgrade to that. Or no, I mean, you can upgrade, Tristan. Sure. That's listen, man. On that email, obviously, if people, there's been someone that said, hey man, I really can't afford X. Like, can you help me? Can you help me out? Yeah, I can help you out. I will bend. I will work with you however you want to do it. I'll help you out. You know what I mean? Listen, with the whole Alpha Group thing, it took a while for me to, do something that's a paid group. Like, I understand the implications here. Okay. I've been in paid groups before. And I told myself that I'm not doing this unless, one, it's for a lot less money than a lot of other Telegram groups. I don't think I've ever seen one that is as cheap as mine is. And I do that because I actually want to help my audience. I'm not trying to squeeze the juice, squeeze the fruit for all the juice I can get out of it. That's not the case. I actually want to help you guys. That's why I'm doing it. And it is going to be a lot of time out of my day. I'm going to spend, many, many, many hours. But I will say that, I'm doing it. I'm doing it for the squad. So Tristan, just send me an email. We'll work it out. Ken and Hinson. Hey, AJ, what are your thoughts on Maker? And could you check TIA in the TA segment? Well, Maker was a project that I actually didn't do bad on. Like, how long ago was that? I was in an alpha group and someone said, hey, Maker's waking up, and I bought it and it pumped like 90% in 2 weeks and when nothing was pumping, and then I got out of it. I don't really have thoughts on the ecosystem. I've never used it, but as a trading coin, sometimes it's a viable chart. TIA in the TA segment, no problem. B Tensor. All right. The 300 card blows. I completely disagree. Charles Oliveira. Is Algo still going to $1 minimum, bro? Minimum. All right. Gotta talk about a couple things here. Gonna keep the show going. All right. I do like to spend time with the chat in the morning. You guys know this. Okay. I just did that. If you're not watching the video and you're just listening to it passively in the background, I have on the screen a picture. Maybe you should, I don't know, maybe take a little peek at it before I talk about Slerf and what happened here. So a developer burns 10.4 million in Solana meant for a meme launch. Slerf. All right. An accidental burn. Investors face losses and all call for transparency and regulation. And here it is. Guys, I fucked up and I burned the LP tokens that were set aside for the airdrop. Mint Authority is already revoked, so I cannot mint them. There is nothing I can do to fix this. I am so fucking sorry. And that's it. And, this is a very, very unfortunate thing that happened, because if you've been playing the Solana meme coin game, if you made money on Boom or Bonk or whatever, it's been easy to make really, really large trades in the Solana ecosystem. Too easy. I've made a couple myself, and certainly you always kind of think to yourself, like, when is this gonna hit the fan here? Like, when is this gonna end, right? And this is the kind of stuff that messes it up for everybody. This is the kind of stuff that wakes Elizabeth Warren up and gets her, baby, you got to write, no, because the whole desk is shaking. So you're good. But this is the kind of stuff that wakes up people like Elizabeth Warren. And you can already see it, like, right here in the article. calls for transparency and regulation. In light of this incident and similar cases of mismanagement in the cryptocurrency space, there have been growing calls for greater transparency and regulatory oversight. And this is oops, big fucking oops, bro, big oops. And I obviously I feel bad for anybody who lost money on Slerf. But this is also, there are consequences in crypto. There are consequences in crypto, and it is an unfortunate reality that this is the kind of thing that happens. I think this was an actual accident. No, I don't. No, I really don't think this was an accident. I think that this happened probably on purpose, probably a big steal, or hey, it could be by design. This whole thing could be by design. Not sure. But obviously I don't know the person that did this, but here is the Slerf Twitter page. And I'm under the impression that they did a space. I think they're doing a space now. I know they were doing another space and like his phone died or something. I need a lawyer, but Slerf will live forever. Pre-sailers will not be forgotten. I don't know about all that. But yep, this is very unfortunate. Wanted to fill you guys in on that. Hopefully nobody in the audience here had any bags of Slerf. That would be very, very unfortunate. Okay, so let's keep it moving. Slerf, he slurfed. Sorry, reading the chat here for a second. Okay. Who? Okay, Joe Hand, did you find it worth it being in other paid groups? Not hazing, just genuinely curious what you think. I've been skeptical about ever joining a paid group. Okay, that's a completely fair question, Joe Hands. So to be honest with you, I'll completely transparent. Unlike Slerf, I was in a group called Crypto Revolution. Crypto Revolution did it very well. I would like to eventually build my group past what he had, but I still have to build my group up to what Chris had. Chris obviously did very well. What he did, you would like sign up for the group and you would print out this book and you would kind of follow along. And then the first thing he did was teach you how to chart properly. And that is obviously one of my main first pushes here in the group, is to make sure everybody's on the same page with knowing how to properly chart, knowing how to draw patterns, how to do measured moves, how to watch volume, just kind of like the basics, because a lot of people don't know the basics. Like they really, really don't. Like, do you know what MACD stands for? Do you know what a VWAP is? Like, you know what I mean? There, like some of you might have just rattled it off. Moving average convergence, you know what I mean? Like, but that doesn't mean, but do you know what it does and why it works and how it works? And, that getting under the hood and really learning it. He helped me with that big time. His group was very expensive. It was, I believe, $700 for 6 months. And after the first 6 months, I actually went and paid, I think, all close to $900 to $1,000 for another year after the 6 months ended, because I got so much out of his group. To be honest with you, the group paid for itself the first or second day I traded in it. Not only was he very good at educating and teaching you how to chart and teaching you all the things, his setups were solid. His setups were really solid. What I didn't like about his group is that after a while, he took a step back and there were more people in the group posting setups that weren't him. And, if somebody put a setup up and didn't say where to get out if it goes the other way, like when I post a setup, I'm always going to tell you where to put a stop loss. Because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But at least I manage that risk. If I say, hey, go long here and there's a stop loss, if it hits the stop loss, at least it hit the stop loss. Okay, and we obviously need to go over how to set a stop loss. And this is why I want to get everybody on Phemex so we can all trade on the same place, so I can show you step by step how to do everything I'm doing. But unfortunately, Chris didn't. He started letting other people post setups. A lot of people got really upset at that. Also, Chris used to post every single day, and one day he went dark, and I have no idea where he went. No idea. He was posting one day and then he disappeared. So that's what happened with that. But to be honest with you, once that year ran out, I kind of educated myself to a point where I didn't need to be in this group anymore. And I also didn't like how other people were posting and he was posting less. So yeah, so I spent, a 6-month pay and a year pay being in a paid group. And that was one of the only paid group. I've done a couple other paid ones, but they weren't worth mentioning. But that one was a very good group. And it is unfortunate that he disappeared, but at the same time, it was a really good lesson. And it was kind of more about like teaching he taught everybody how to fish. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to get you guys to a point. If you do my group for 6 months, you do my group for 1 year. At the end of that year, would I like it if you sign back up for another year? Yeah, I would. But I would like it even more if you said, okay, I know what to do now. I got this. I don't need to listen to anybody. I understand this and I can make money without anybody's advice. That's the point I want to get you guys to. And once you get to that point, crypto, it starts to get pretty easy as long as you use your head. Obviously you can still get wrecked, but risk management is literally everything. Chemistry bro, why is AJ talking about, well, I was answering a question, bro. What VPNs are everyone using? I use Pure VPN, and they should sponsor me. They really should. All right, let's look at some charts. Okay. We can do that. Yeah, of course there's a price break for signing up the full year. So it is here, I'll hold on, let me pull this down. So the way I did it, it is you know what I'm going to do? It's actually, there obviously is a big price break. It's 30 a month for a year or 42 a month for 1 month. And there's like 3 months, 6 months in between. But if you want more information on the group, send an email to ajoffergroup@gmail.com. I do want to keep the show rolling. I don't want to get stuck talking about this again. But I do appreciate it. And I am going to put a lot of time into that group. And it starts today around 2-3 o'clock. We will start getting posts in that group and they're not going to stop. All right, let's look at some charts. So there was a couple stories I wanted to talk about, but I will just kind of rip through just the headlines really quick. Chili's CHZ had a new partnership with some sort of fantasy football league. Chili's, known for fan tokens, social fi type thing. This is always a project I just have my eye on in the background. That's all I'm going to say. Right now it's at 14 cents. Last bull market, it traded a lot between 25 and 30 cents. And this is a project that I just always have my eye on. That's all I'm going to say. Binance launches an internal investigation following reports of BOEM insider trading. That's unfortunate. Would not surprise me at all. I mean, I have, insider trading is an unfortunate reality in crypto. And if you really think that the people that work at these really big exchanges that say, hey, when this meme coin gets listed, the accessibility is going to multiply by 20. We're going to make so much money if we just bought, a couple $100,000 of it. We take our million and leave. That it's an unfortunate reality, and that's all I'm going to say about that. There's a tweet about Elon Musk and Doge. Elon and the Doge tweets are heating up. I do like to see that. That's obviously pretty big. So what the first thing I'm going to do here right before we get to the actual charts is we want to just take a quick overview of the market, take the pulse of the market really quick here. Bitcoin 67, Ethereum 35. And guys, like, this isn't bad. Solana $200. This is, listen, Avalanche is still at $60. I told my group to go long yesterday at 54. It's at 61 basically. Like, just because we correct a little bit at a time, this isn't like the beginning of the end. This isn't like we're getting Hulk smashed down to oblivion. This is, charts need to breathe. It is natural for charts to come down after pumping like we've pumped in the past little while. This is completely normal. In fact, this is only giving you more opportunity. This is only giving you more time to finalize those positions before you really let the rocket ship explode. VChain under 4 cents. Unfortunate. Dogwifhat back under $3. Have been looking at a lot of leverage trades on Phemex with Dogwifhat. A lot of liquidity on that chart. I'll definitely show you that one before we go. Algorand at 25. Interesting with Algorand at 25, that was the support resistance level of where we got shut down back at Christmas time. So let's hope that we can hold that level and hold that floor there. Let's take a quick look at the gainers and the losers, try to isolate some of that volatility, and maybe that'll give us an idea of what charts to look at. All right, so Jupe, Dogwifhat, AVAX. Want to look at all three of those charts. Jupe with AVAX. We also are going to look at ADA for leg bites trade and TIA for Kennen. TIA. All right, I already got a handful of charts lined up. Phantom up 2%. SWE. Is SWE finally waking up? Definitely gonna have to look at SWE. There's a reason I want to look at SWE too. If you watch the cup and handle video, and I am going to put out a follow-up on the cup and handle video at some point. I feel like that video definitely needs to be made. Pepe down 10. I think Pepe would be a good chart to look at. I'm telling you, when you guys see these meme coins that are on the large exchanges, the large meme coins, did you miss that 8,000% pump? Yes, but these charts get quite predictable, and they're very good charts to target when they're volatile with leverage and there's a lot of liquidity. So we're certainly going to look for that on like the Pepes, the bonks, the whiffs, stuff like that. Unfortunately, Algorand down 7, near down 9, render down 9. I mean, both near and render did so well. You can't even be mad about them being down 10%. And Arweave, down 13% as well. FET 11, no big deal. All right, let's take a look at some charts. Let me check the chat here really quick. Oh, Chemistry Bro said, who are you talking about? Okay, who I was talking about was the Alpha Group. Someone asked me about have I ever paid for an Alpha Group? And the answer is yes. And the Alpha Group that I paid for was Crypto Revolution. Let's jump in right into the market. That guy, he was a genius, bro. Genius. But he went dark. I don't know where he went. I mean, hopefully, am I wrong? I am seriously about to check YouTube just to see if he has put a video out in the last while. Because, let's hope he came back. Maybe he's back. But the last time I checked, he has not put anything out. Crypto Revolution. Yeah, his last video was 2 months ago. And there's also like some conspiracy type video, stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know if the guy was perfect or not, but damn, he had really good TA. That's all I know. Okay, so I'm going to pull up some charts here. I had a couple other stories, but I don't really want to beat it up. Share this tab instead. 2 hours. I mean, some of the stories I pulled, sometimes like I'll pull stories that are like, oh, that's cool, but it's not like good information, So I'd rather stick to charts than a couple of those stories. All right. First off, we're going to take a quick look at Bitcoin. What I will say about Bitcoin is that this is what you see if you look down here on Market Cipher B, you kind of see how they're all progressively getting shorter. Shorter. So that, that kind of indicates the beginning of a downtrend that also kind of follows up the money flow. See the money up and the money down. So obviously, Bitcoin has been really kind of bipolar lately. We had our local top, our new all-time high around $73,000 range. And then, we popped, came down, coming back down. So now it's really about, with Bitcoin on a 2-hour chart, we have to be honest with ourselves. We have, technically started a little local downtrend here. Okay. And that's okay. Not the end of the world. I could even use that one as, a little leg to pull off of. And there is our new downtrend. Okay. But here's the thing. I know there's a lot of lines on this chart and it's very messy, but just follow the big yellow lines right now. And, really, if we consider that downtrend, we lost that downtrend. But I'll zoom out on the daily chart and show you my point there. But first of all, so we do want to consider a couple levels here. The first level for Bitcoin is this level right here, this white line. This white line is at exactly 64,915. That is the previous low from when we wicked right here. We do not want to lose that level. If we put in a lower low, structurally speaking, it's really not good. There is still a chance Bitcoin could, bounce off of this level, double bottom, breakout. There's still some bullish ideas here, or it could even turn around before that and higher low breakout. It's not the end of the world, but losing this level, if you are if you have a TradingView account, set an alarm on this level. If you don't have a TradingView account right now, make one, okay? Because you guys need to know how to do your charts. All right, this level is precisely 64,915, this white line right here. If we lose this, not good for Bitcoin, consequently not good for altcoins. Let me get to a better Bitcoin chart here without all the lines on it. Much better. Okay, so let's get rid of, some of the other indicators here for a minute. And you can get rid of the EMAs. Well, even with the EMA, I mean, I talk about EMAs a lot, and there's a reason for that. You see how, the price stays above, the red line. I mean, that's bullish continuation on a daily chart. Okay. But anytime you see a gap between the current price action and the 50-day EMA, it will always come back down and touch that EMA. So kind of the giveaway for this turnaround was how far at 74,000 with the EMA all the way down here. You have to know that is going to come. Not even that. If you look bullish divergence on market cipher B with oscillator, this one here is a little bit lower than this one here with the price going up. That's a classic textbook bullish divergence on a daily chart for Bitcoin. All right. The problem is what do we have to work off of in terms of support resistance? Where can Bitcoin catch to turn around? First of all, we already lost, previous all-time high. I will make these lines a little bit thinner. So, okay. So we lost that one. The next one is this all-time high, also a support resistance level from back in, early 2021 before the second run-up. So I would say that level, the second yellow line right here, is an extremely important level at this moment in time. And it's also touched many times here as well when we came up in November. So, this is completely normal. All right. Would I really like, because think of it like this. Okay. Think of it like this. When Bitcoin was coming up, remember the beginning of January, we had this dip right here. Remember that guy? From wick to bottom, we're talking, I don't know, about a 22% drop. That happened. And then guess what happened? We bounced off the 50 EMA, the one I'm always talking about, and continued up to new all-time highs. Okay. And we are talking a pretty drastic move here from Bitcoin from the very end of January to the local top, 85% move in 50 days for Bitcoin. That is absolutely ridiculous. All right. So now when we come in here on the daily chart, you will realize a couple things. That first of all, this second line from the early 2021 all-time high. Here, let's zoom in even a little more. Let's look at like a 6 hour. Okay. Technically, we already new all-time high, got rejected from the old 21 all-time high, and then bounced off the early 21 all-time high. And now we got rejected from the old all-time high, and we are heading back down. Okay, I do want to paint that picture for a reason, because the previous support resistance levels are both very much in play. All right, this is why this level at 64,700 and change, we cannot lose that level. We would like to turn around before it, but if we lose that level, it's really not looking the best. So also, let me come back out here. Let me first, let me get rid of this. And let me go to like a 12 hour. I do want to show you one more thing and we'll move off of Bitcoin. This is important stuff. Okay. What's the most important here is that if we really consider the entirety of, even here, let me go to like a 2-day actually. Okay. So, from the bottom, even if we cut out some of the chop a little bit, kind of just the point of this, sometimes with trend lines, I do have to say this. Sometimes with trend lines, like, could you draw this out like this? Yes, you could. And that is a part of the trend line. Okay. But also you can sometimes draw a trend line right through and eliminate this part. You can eliminate this because it's technically still a trend line, because it is still touching multiple points on the chart. Okay. It's kind of more for reference. Okay. And my point here is that Bitcoin could fall all the way down to this yellow line and technically still be in a macro uptrend. technically. So say, it's not going to fall straight down. If it fell straight down, that'd be 42,000. If say we kind of wiggled down, it'd be 55,000. Or say we moved a little further, somewhere between 49, 48,000. All relevant levels. All relevant levels also in this run. Look at this little level right here at 48.3. Would I be surprised to see Bitcoin fall all the way back? Look at this level back here. We got a touch here, and we got a big hold up on the chart here. I would not be surprised to see Bitcoin coming back down to 48,000. Would I want to see that? Absolutely not. But that is a very relevant level on the chart. So let's just hope, let's cross our fingers and set that alarm right here on this level. Like I said, around 64,700 and change. That's the level we need to bounce off of Bitcoin. I'm spending so much time talking about Bitcoin because Bitcoin determines your altcoin trades. If Bitcoin starts to bleed, some people said like, oh, everything's bleeding out red. Guys, this isn't bleeding out. This isn't bleeding out. It has a chart gone down a little bit. Yeah, but look. Bitcoin's down only 9% since its all-time high. I'm not worried about 10%. I'm worried about 30, 50. Okay, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But it is possible for this to turn around. All right, so drawing on TradingView is a talent. Yes, damn straight it is. Damn straight it is. Honestly, what I do, I get the TradingView, the most expensive package on TradingView. I get every year on Black Friday, and then it expires every year. And every Black Friday, I just buy it again. Way better. Team AJ the best. That's what we always say. All right, let's start ripping through some of these altcoin charts here. Wanted to take a quick look at Pepe. I know you guys can't see the chart right now. Boom, boom, boom. I just wanted to take a quick look at the chat. Let me make this over here. Okay, so Pepe looking a little bit similar to Bitcoin, everybody. A little bit similar to Bitcoin. A little nervous how the point of control is so far down there on the visible range volume profile. We are talking an 84% drop to the point of control. Holy shit. I also want to say on a 6-hour chart, bullish continuation with the EMA. Look, we actually are getting rejected from this. So does this mean that Pepe has a one-way ticket to test the 200-day? Possible. Also, look at the gap on the daily chart from the 50 EMA, from the current price point. That could, it's pretty bad. That's pretty terrible. Coming in, let's zoom in a little bit. Look at a 2-hour. And once again, it is testing. Let me get rid of this line. It's no longer relevant. Retesting, actually losing the 200 EMA on the 2-hour chart. Okay. We kind of consider little downtrend forming here with Pepe. Okay. And also, you guys see this little red mark right here? That's not a candle. I'll change the color for it so you can see it. It's yellow now. See this big yellow line right here? This was me in my Phemex group telling everybody to go short from right here. We are winning this trade by 28.1% in 3 days. Not bad. I'm telling you, even if you don't get the Telegram, even if you don't get the Alpha Telegram group, at least join Phemex Pulse. At least I'm posting setups in there every day. And when you start getting setups from Phemex Pulse, and then you start winning trades, and then you're going to say, "Oh, I need more than this," then you're going to sign up for the Telegram. That's how it's going to work. So certainly, at least check out Phemex Pulse. All right, so Pepe right now, this is kind of looking like a short here, everybody. I do want to say that it has been to this previous level before. If we consider this wick right here, and we consider the body of the candle right here, we are slightly above the body of the candle right now. I would double alarm this. Because we are either going to double bottom, we're either going to double bottom bounce, or we are going to lose level, break structure, retest EMA on larger time frames. So I am actually going to set this level because I'm okay with being a little safe with this trade. So if it comes down to the second level, yeah, I lost 1.8% of the trade. But when Pepe moves 30% of the time, I'm not worried about missing out on 1% of the trade. So and I'm also not going to set this alarm on the show, because that alarm will go off on the show and hurt everybody's eardrums irreparably. So I want to set an alarm on the second line. Alarm set. And this alarm, let me double check. Yep. This level is at a whole lot of zeros. So many zeros. 6, 8, 7. Set that alarm. If it goes off, Hawkeye Pepe, probably a short if that one goes off, or it could be the place where it bounces. But either way, this level will play effect, because we have the double bottom or double bust out idea right here. I mean, considering how hard it fell, I would not be surprised. I mean, we're talking 14% in 9 hours. I would not be surprised to see Pepe kind of bounce up a little bit and maybe get rejected, because here's the trend line. Okay. It is possible for it to come up and get rejected. Hopefully it's not starting a macro downtrend. But right now, the trend is your friend. You could scalp long if you really wanted to, but I'm really kind of leaning towards looking for the short here on Pepe. All right, let's keep it rolling. Next coin on the chart here, we have Whiff. Whiff what? Whiff what? Share this tab instead. I am going to say very fast. Roughly 300 people, 300 people in the house right now. Thank you all for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for spending your Monday morning here with me. Please, if you haven't already, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'd really, really appreciate it. I know last week I did not do a good job at all putting videos out other than the live stream. We had to change offices. We had to get all our shit and put it in a box and go to this other place. I'm sorry. All right. I had a lot to do. I had a lot. So no excuses, but sometimes I'm just going to throw my hands up and say, I do not have time to do this, but I had to prioritize getting everything here. So now that it's here, we're going to start making content. I'm going to have a video come out for you other than outside of the live stream, basically every day this week. So I do want to say thank you for your patience. I really appreciate each and every one of you. It means the world to me. Smash the likes if you haven't already. Let's get back into the charts. And Karen Harris said, the plant is a nice touch. Let's not talk about what's holding it up. Okay. All right. Let's just keep that rolling. I never even said it. All right. Here we are. We got Whiff. Whiff what? All right. This is not the chart I want, because this is a new chart. All right. Better chart. All right. So I will say Whiff. In my trading group on Phemex, I called it at 279 right here from here to here. 25% trade. W trade right there. This little fella called it. Phemex Pulse, everybody. Now it popped back up. And what did it do before it popped back up? It tested the 200. Guys, these trades are so easy. It's so easy to make money right now. I really want you to understand that. Listen, it either gets too far away from the 50. It's going to come down and test the 50. If it loses to the 50, it's going to test the 200. Most of the time, in a confirmed uptrend, we're going to bounce off the 200. You go long. And then what happens? Oh, it goes too far above the 50, and we go back and test that down again. It happens over and over and over and over until what? Until what happens? Until we actually start a confirmed downtrend, and then we play the same exact game, except the price actions here and the EMA levels are above the price action, and we're talking more shorts than longs. Right now, we're talking more longs than shorts. But do you see? You use the EMAs combined with the volume, combined with the indicators, the oscillators like Market Cipher, like High IQ, and you knock these trades out of the park. And you buy cars and eat food. Okay? I'm telling you. Trust me. So what I will also say about this with Whiff is that we put in a lower high. Okay? So now we have to ask ourselves, Whiff, couple levels. We could consider, the previous high. Are we going to hold that? I think that's less important this time because we already lost it. What's more important is this little uptrend here, kind of like that. What's even more important is this previous low right here. So Whiff also looking pretty sad on oscillators, red dot on Market Cipher B. Let's see if High AQ has anything for Whiff today. Nothing on the 2 hour. Let's check the 12-minute. All right. So there is a hard long entry on High IQ here. A lot of times, everybody, what I will do is I will actually use the hard long exits. So with high IQ, what it did was it told you to enter here, this little green enter, the E. And with that trade, you would have made, about 24%, not bad. And it told you to get out of the trade, hard long exit here. But guess what? A lot of times I use hard long exits as a short entry. If it's telling you to get out of a long, don't you want to get in a short? Yeah, feel me? So boom, there we go. 16%. If you timed it perfect, I hope you timed it perfect because it popped really quick. Here's the thing. If you're going to leverage trade these kind of crazy ass charts, if you're going to leverage trade and weave charts, be ready. Move in, move out. Hello, goodbye. Don't get stuck. If you're up a significant amount, take the money and run, everybody. Do not sit around and this is a lot of my strategy. So it's a lot of my strategy. I don't care. I don't care if I buy something at 3 and sell it at 9 and if it goes to 22. If I bought it at 3 and sold it at 9, I don't care if it goes to 22. We win. You win. No one ever went broke taking profits. Do you want to maximize every trade? Yeah. But do you also want to get caught with your pants down trying to get greedy? And when you get greedy is when you get in trouble. I don't care if I get in at 3 and sell at 9. I don't care if it goes to 21. I took my win. That is my main lesson here when it comes to leverage trading very volatile charts like this one. All right. So this is what we're going to consider if we're trying to isolate a trade on whiff here. First of all, we want to see if it's going to retest this local trend line here. We also want to see if it is going to break this local level here. And we also want to see, is it possible for it to bounce off this and break out of this? The long for whiff starts when this trend line gets broken out. That trend line is this from the lower high. Okay. That is that line. So basically my point here is that is like the if then statement. We do not guess, we react. So right now, to be honest with you, it looks like whiff is trying to bounce right here. I am not convinced of this bounce other than the fact that it has a pretty heavy bullish divergence on the 2-minute chart. Do I trade the 2-minute chart? Sometimes. But my point here is that I would rather be patient with this trade and kind of isolate this trade into the point where it is forced to bounce off one of these 3 important levels, the downtrend, the uptrend, and the floor. One of these 3 things is going to hit. And when it reacts off one of those 3 things is when I pull the trigger. Gun to my head right now, I would go long right now. But it also just could be a setup. It could just kind of pop up and roll over and retest this line. And this is why we don't guess. This is why we don't trade with a gun to our head. This is why we wait for the trend line to happen. Definitely, certainly, alarm up on whiff. I know everybody wants to see Cardano. That's why we're going to look at Algorand. I'm just kidding. Let's look at Cardano. Here we are. So daily chart. 2 more charts and we out today. Got a lot to film. Got a lot of things to say. So checking the chat really fast. Algo looks bearish. Oh, we're definitely going to have to look at. We're definitely going to have to look at that one. All right. Here's the thing with Cardano. Somebody asked, here's the cup. Here's the handle. Okay. And here's the measured move. We broke out. But the only problem with this measured move is that we still had, another 41% to go. But here's the thing. You see this level here? Leg bite. I'm talking to you, leg bite. You see this level right here. I'm drawing a lot of yellow circles. A lot of yellow circles. You see that level? It's this one right here. This level is at exactly 78.98. Just the skosh under 78 cents. We almost broke it. We wicked above it and got rejected. And why is this so important? Why is this the worst level for Cardano to get rejected at? Because this level is what separates the previous value area, the bull run galore. That level is the gate. That level is the gate between the price action of the previous bull run and this bullshit we went through starting in May of 2022. Okay. We got shut down at the gate, everybody. They didn't let us in. They didn't let us in. All right. So let's zoom in and talk about this cup and handle. Let me clean this up. You guys see the cup, you see the handle, you understand it. All right. I'm going to get rid of this so the chart isn't too messy. So we did break out, and this is the breakout level. Okay. We currently are, oh, I did that damn thing I do. Damn it. One sec. 1 second. Trading view. I hate when I do that. ADA. Okay. Boom. 2 hour. Okay. So here was the breakout point. Okay. So let me look at the daily first. There we are on the same chart. Just wanted to double check. I got back to the same chart. All right. We broke out. We got rejected. Now here we are. So this level is the breakout point right here. That level is at 67.8, almost 68 cents. What I will say is that anytime a cup and handle goes back below the breakout point, that is not the best. That really is not what you want. To be fair, I have seen plenty of scenarios where you have a cup, you have a handle, okay? And here would be, here, let me fix this up. And here would be the breakout point. I have seen time and time again, it come up, come back down, break. I have seen that many times. The trick here, if you're going to talk double handle setups, which have happened, I can go back in history and find them for you. What you want to look for is that I would not consider it, quote, invalidated until it, let me go back to the daily so it makes more sense. I would not consider it, quote, invalidated until it probably, unless it did like this. Even if it did this, that would still sort of be like a double handle. So I would consider it invalidated probably if it goes below 45, but that would be like a big giant double handle, and that would kind of completely break it completely. So I'm actually going to back out of that statement. I'm actually going to call it invalidated probably around, because we got to think, because that like, you see what I'm saying? If it did that, it could still measure move up. Yeah, I would say like probably 58 cents, 56 cents, low 55s, maybe even like this level. Because we got to think about, like, you know, structurally thinking, like, is this a textbook cup and handle? No, it's not. It kind of becomes like its own monster at this point. But if it came down here and went like that, and it's never going to be straight up, you know what I mean? But there's a couple of things you have to consider. Cup and handles get invalidated all the time. It's not the end of the world. The second thing we got to consider is that, first of all, Cardano's angle, if we pulled a Gonfan on Cardano right now, it would be really scary because of how high this angle is, okay? According to Gon theory, things prefer to move at a 45-degree angle, all right? So if we pulled a trend angle and put it here, what is this trend line at? Cardano is moving at a 50-degree angle right now. So really, if we, here, let's just pull a Gonfan on it. Went to 45, Gonfan, line up, all right? And now do you see why it's actually fighting on the 1-2? So in Gon theory, this level is the most important level. It's fighting to get above this, which is very unlikely, because this, if it holds this level, that's best case scenario. Losing this level is where things get sad. But the fact it's here, I mean, Cardano's angle, it's moving too fast over time. It's moving too fast. And this is relevant. This is very relevant. It's kind of like, it's an indicator. Anytime something's moving too fast up in a Gon is kind of when I consider to myself, okay, this thing's probably going to pull back a little bit. And to be completely fair, you know, even if it turned around right here, I still feel that currently the cup and handle is not invalidated, because here's why. Here's our cup. Here's our handle. Technically, did it go below the breakout point? Yes. Technically, would that invalidate it? Technically, yes. Technically, yes. But the thing is that this happens with trend lines all the time. Okay. This happens with trend lines all the time. Is that here's your trend line. I'm going to make it really big so everybody can see it. You see this trend line? Let's pretend this is the trend line. All right. What will happen is that, say, if we lose this level, we have to sell. It'll go like this and it'll come back up and then it'll come back and wick and then it'll get out of there. All right. So technically, when you consider the level and it going back below the breakout point is at 06764. The price is at 6559. Technically, we went below like a whipsaw. Exactly, Dragon 76. Exactly. So did we technically lose the breakout point? Yes. But can it still pop up and go to the measured move? Yes. Which is why I'm not exactly sure where we would officially say the cup and handle gets invalidated, which I was probably thinking like 56. It would kind of become something else, but it could still flirt with this trend line and get back above it. There is still hope here. And we honestly have to ask ourselves this. This is the big thing here. Do we really think in the history of eternity that Cardano is never going to get back to $1.12? Cardano is at 66 cents right now. Do we really think in the history of all things in the planets and time and space that Cardano is never going to get back to $1.12? Oh, it's going to go back to $1.12. It's going to go to the $3. It's going to go to $6. It's going to go to $7. We're going to see it all. But I totally understand being scared right here, right now, this moment with this setup because of the way it got invalidated, because of the way the 8-hour chart looks like dog shit, the way, it's not looking the best right now. What I will say is that for anybody says, but now what? But now what? Here's but now what? This level that we got rejected from back in February, right here, this one, that one right there. That level is at 64.07, just a little teeny bit above 64 cents. This level also kind of came into play a little bit back here, a little bit as well, a little bit. Okay. That is, we'd really like to see that level get held because that's the previous high. Support. That's how support resistance works, which was once the ceiling, now becomes the floor. That's how we want it to work. So if we go to, like I say, a 10-minute chart, we will see that, it held. It actually wicked below, got rejected, but came back up. And it's actually trying to reverse right now. Okay. So we do have, very small time frame scalp ideas with a slightly higher low. Okay. So let's hope for Cardano's sake that it holds 64.03. Let's just say 64 cents. Set an alarm at Cardano at 64 cents. If it loses 64 cents, I would be looking for shorts big time. Big time. Okay. I hope that answered your question. If ADA goes to $7, I'll be out of here. Yeah, me too. I'll be right with you on that. All right. I did want to look at Algorand, but I'm going to have to save that one for tomorrow. It already 11:38. I do want to thank each and every one of you. I hope you got what you wanted, leg bite out of that Cardano setup. You have to be patient. Take your time. Time takes time. No rush. What's up? Hey, come on. Get over. Yeah, but come here. You have to just come for 2 seconds. There are 300 people here. Are you? Wait. Did you come here to steal my live stream?
God, you look so much taller than me. How tall are you?
I'm like 6, almost 6'2".
Whew, I'm 5'10", guys. It's never felt shorter than this moment.
Jada hates standing there because she's like, I don't like this.
I'm taller than Jada by a long shot.
Yeah.
So she must be like
she's
yeah.
So
it's okay. Are y'all ready for the show today? We're so excited.
Oh yeah.
Show's gonna be incredible.
Yeah.
I do have to take care of this pimple though. I need some makeup.
Oh man.
Drop your favorite makeup tip. Thanks, guys.
Last night I was here and I saw Ben, but then the Sultan came out.
The Sultan may be making 2 appearances.
He's talking about meme coins. Gotta love the Sultan. Hey, the Sultan has been on the money with the slot of meme calls. I'm not gonna lie. All right, everybody. I am going to peace out of here. I do want to say thank you to about 300 people in here. You guys are absolutely amazing. Make sure you smash the like button if you have not already. Definitely check out my ADA price prediction video if you haven't seen it. One of the best videos I have put out on this channel. Also, make sure if you have not joined the Phemex show, the Phemex chat. Join the Phemex chat to get a feel for, the kind of charts, the kind of setups, the kind of things I'm showing you. If you want to really learn how to do TA, you want to really learn how to make life-changing money trading crypto, hit me up, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. The Telegram group starts today. Maybe I will do some sort of live stream hour-long discount sometime this week, but you gotta be there for it. Maybe I'll do that. Not sure. But you guys are absolutely amazing. You rock. I will be doing TA on the Bet Armstrong experience. We're calling it BitBoy Crypto again. I love that. It is BitBoy Crypto. Let's get honest here. And man, you guys rock. Smash the like button on your way out the door. My name is AJ Writes Crypto. Get rich or get wrecked. Peace.